Welcome, everybody. Welcome, friends, and a special welcome to our brand new author, Randi Woodward Larsen. Hi, Randi.
Hey, Miriam. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Here we are celebrating your book launch. How are you feeling?
It's it's a wish come true. It's kind of like surreal, to be honest.
Yes, yes. So let's show everybody your book and please tell them the title of your book.
My book is entitled Moonlight and Wishes.
Yeah, I love that. Love that. I have to tell you, I was so impressed by the book this morning. I looked at it, I read it. I love the writing. I love the illustrations. I was really drawn to everything in the book. So, first, tell us what inspired you to write Moonlight and Wishes?
Okay. When I was in my 20s, I tour guided at Disneyland for 8 years, and I watched Magic Kingdom come alive through the eyes of children and parents, and even in my own heart. The imagination that lives there is amazing. And years later, wanting to connect with little ones again, I became a professional storyteller of the oral tradition, telling folk tales and fairy tales and myths and legends. And I went to school assemblies and taught children how to storytell, and taught at my local junior college adults and firemen, grandparents, and watching the magic of story come alive in their eyes. This story just kind of downloaded in my heart. It isn't like I'd like to write a book. I'd like it was just like bam, the whole plot line was present, and it was so powerful to me. Never thinking I was ever going to do anything with it, I wrote it all down. I love to write, so I went through it, rewrote it, and remixed it, etc. And then December of 2023, I saw your invitation for becoming an author, children's book. Tell me the name of that children's.
Children's Book Masterclass.
There you go. So I joined that and started writing, and I loved all the information that was given. And I felt like this story was timeless. It People wish upon stars. It doesn't matter
Yes.
what generation they are. 100 years ago, 100 years from now. I just felt like it was a timeless story. So um, then I joined your mastermind publishing group, and Sharon Jennings was amazing. What How she took the story. First of all, she changed my voice. I was telling it from the storyteller voice, and she's like, "No, Randy, it really needs to come from the child's voice. You need to have this adventure through his eyes."
Hmm.
So the whole process, for me, it was all about making this story come.
Yes, and it did. And it did. Do you want to tell our viewers what is Moonlight and Wishes about, or who would you say it's for? I know everybody, but what is the category that it's in?
It it is probably best suited for 4 to 8 year olds, but I put a wishing star on the night pages in the book so that littles, 3 year olds, 2.5 year olds, can sit on their mom's laps, and mom could show, "Oh, that's a wishing star," and teach them how to wish upon a star, and literally teaching process to children learning to turn a book, look at the illustrations, find the wishing star, make a wish, and so littles can also enjoy it.
Littles and bigs, because Randy, after I read the story and on the last page it says, "Did you see the wishing star? Go back and look for it." I went back and I looked for them, so it's enjoyed by all. Randy, what is it that you hope parents and kids will take away from this book?
I I want we wouldn't have Disneyland. We wouldn't have electric lights if there wasn't first imagination. And through imagination, then comes the creative process. In
Hmm.
the case of a wish, dream, action. And I'm hoping that children will learn to value their imagination, not just their electronic device that they're playing on, and believe in themselves, believe in their dreams. And I hope parents will be able to use the book to share those ideas with little children. Um, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's so great. How long have you been thinking about being an author for? Is this a long dream or a short dream for you? When did you think I want to be a children's book author or an author?
Okay, to be 100% candid, I
Mhm.
never thought about being an author. It was all
Hmm.
getting the story out.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good.
I'm like learning to, I'm like learning like, oh, I'm a children's picture book author now. And it just feels so good to say that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
that's new for me. It was all
Yeah.
about the
Right. I mean, it is brand new. Today is your book launch day. You are a children's book author, Randy. I would love to ask you about your journey into becoming an author. We know that there's lot of ups and downs. What would you say was the biggest challenge when writing this book?
Well, first of all, I have to say working with your team has been magical. They grounded me, all of them. Um, my coach, Lori Parks, is the most supportive human being I've ever met in my entire life. And it's because of Lori there's a wishing star on every page because she suggested that.
Mm.
It's because of Lori that from from purchases from Moonlight and Wishes, portions will be donated to Make-A-Wish Foundation. I said to her
Great.
that I wanted to donate to a nonprofit from my book, and she said, "Oh, Make a Wish," and that was just so right. So the whole that whole process with
Hmm.
the team has been magical, unbelievably rewarding. The tough part was the technical stuff.
Mm.
Link here, links. Okay, well, what's a link? How do you make a link? I mean, I'm older, and that's not in my DNA. And I'm not bad for my age, but
Hmm.
I'm not sophisticated enough to do what's needed technically.
Mm.
That has been scary.
Yes. But look at you. Look at how far you've come. Here you are with a published book. It doesn't mean we have to have all the answers. We just have to know the people that do sometimes or be willing to learn how to do it, right? So be willing to learn. I think learning and growth is one of the most important things that we should always continue. I love that you said imagination. I love that you've shared Make a Wish Foundation. So proceeds from purchases of the book will be going to the Make a Wish Foundation. I'm going to stop right here, the interview, and just tell everybody the book is available on Amazon today. Go there and grab a copy. We've got the ebook version, hardcover version, and also the soft cover. So this book is going to be the type of book that your children will ask to read over and over. They'll be saying, read it again, mom or dad or grandma, grandpa. Um, so you definitely want to go grab a copy. Randy, I'd love to know. So we talked about what was a challenge. What would you say was the biggest lesson for you in the publishing process?
The biggest lesson for me was accepting all of the support that I received. I'm used to being the Lone Ranger on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my my cohorts, my group 15, your team, my friends, my fiance, my daughter, uh, people just came around me and said, let's do this. And it just made it so much more joyful to have.
Mhm.
The second thing I would say is I, thoughts just downloaded when I was working with Sharon Jennings on doing my writing, revamping the story, that were just like, oh my gosh, that belongs. Oh my gosh. So I'm just so grateful for it was, I hate to say it was easy because that's not exactly accurate. It was fluid and joyous.
Mm. That's good. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. And you mentioned your group 15, your fellow masterminders. A lot of them are here supporting you. I can see them leaving comments. Michelle Mercer is here congratulating you. Jane Kremer is here. Love this magic. Congratulations, she says. Mary Karen is here. Beautiful cover and illustrations. Hazel is here. I love your pictures and the story. Allison is shouting out you and Sharon Jennings. Julia says, we love your book. Marcia Smith Hill is also wishing you a happy launch day. Ruth is here, so happy for you. She says, Ray is also here. Imagination is key. That's so beautiful to have such a great support system. And of course, Lori Park says, congratulations, Randy. This is truly one of the most beautiful books I've been blessed to read. How beautiful. Now, what would you say is the best part of accomplishing this dream of becoming a children's book author for you?
Well, aside from opening it up and going, oh my goodness, it's real.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, what? Um, the the being in that creative space,
Mm-hmm.
making it happen. I just was so grateful through the whole process. And living in gratitude is a place of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very blessed to have had that opportunity.
Mm. I love that living in gratitude is a place of freedom. Is that what you said? Oh, so beautiful. I think we should all be writing that down. It's so true. Well, it's been a joy working with you, Randy. I've loved seeing you from the beginning, 12 months ago that you started the program, to today, now a children's book author. And I know that you didn't have that dream for a long time, like a lot of authors who come to us with, a dream they've had for decades, but you had a dream of sharing your story, sharing Moonlight and Wishes. And here we are today with your book. So where can our viewers find you? Do you have a website? Where would you like to tell them to go?
I do. My website, which was designed by, um, okay, I'm
Sarah
showing
Jones?
Sarah
Sarah
Jones.
Jones.
Thank you. She was amazing to work with, and the website is magical. And I'm so grateful for her. The website is Randi, Randi, stories, plural, STORIES.com. RandyStories.com. My
Perfect.
email is Randy at RandyStories.com. Um, Facebook Randy Stories, and Instagram at Randy Stories. So that's pretty easy.
Perfect. Perfect. I've put your website there in the chat so people can go find it there and go look at your website. We definitely want our viewers today to go grab a copy of Moonlight and Wishes on Amazon. And you know that a portion will be going to Make-A-Wish Foundation. So, Randy, before we go, is there anything you'd like to share? Anything that you wish that I would have asked you?
Oh, that's a great question. I I don't think so. I just hope that people will believe in their dreams. My book is about hope, imagination, and belief. And that's something we all need to have in major quantities.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping and wishing that people will find that in my book.
Mm. Beautiful. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Randi, thank you so much for sharing your gifts with the world in Moonlight and Wishes. Friends, thank you all for being here. I'll see you all very soon. Bye, Randi.
Bye, Miriam.
Bye. Bye, everybody.